Welcome back, everyone, to Elden Ring. I have yet to make it to the next bonfire because it is behind a wall of enemies. It's literally...
You did make it past the birds, though.
Yes, I did. Without getting hit for the first time. It is literally on the other side of that ballista. In that back door. And there's an ogre fucker sitting there. Also, first 30 seconds of the episode, and I already cursed. Oh well. Goodbye, monetization. But there is something down here that I want. Even though I don't think I'll be using it anytime soon. Or at all, maybe. But we'll see.
It's not die to the rats this time.
Okay, shut up. Okay. That's all I needed. Thank you.
Motivation? Or me to shut up?
Either or, really. Godslayer seal. We will not be using that just yet. That's what I wanted, the Godskin Prayer Book. Also, it opens up this path. Do you remember the gate that we weren't able to get past?
No.
At the beginning of the castle? Because of all the ballistas shooting me?
Yes!
Well, here's all the ballistas.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So now we're above them. If that gives you any object permanence.
Not really.
Okay.
I've been paying attention which way we were going.
You're just here for the ride.
Yep, that's pretty much it. We're here for the conversation. We were having some good conversation last episode.
Oh-ho!
Talking about a history and shit.
Yeah.
You had mentioned something about not being able to tell me your favorite part of history.
Yes, that's true. In between episodes we were talking, we're like, hey, we're actually getting kind of decent at this, aren't we? And then I realized that I never actually got to say what mine was. And I don't even think you gave one either.
No, I really didn't. I think what I know the most about is the Civil War. He followed you.
Okay. I completely forgot the elevator was there, and I did not think it was down.
It was like, no! I must be the one to kill you!
I do kind of want to kill this omen. Ooh. I need him to slap this. Open this. Open it. Open the thing! Oh. Well, I killed the dog again.
Well...
And died immediately? Yes.
Yeah.
Anyways, so you remember me telling you how there's two bosses that are omens, and omens are basically babies from... Or that are casted out. No, those are I was telling you about demi-humans. So omens, which is this guy right here. You see all those sores he has on his body?
Yes.
They're actually where horns were. So in this game, in the lore, there's a tradition where when omens are born, the parents actually cut their horns off because they're, like with demi-humans, they're characteristics that are not
Unappealing.
They're very unappealing. They're very ugly. And like, obviously they're no longer seen as gifts from God because God has become America, and that goes against her golden order. Well, they're essentially cut when they're born. All their horns are cut off, and most of them die. If they're not dead, they get, I'm pretty sure, cast out from society, which would make sense. I mean, like, obviously that's a horrible thing to do, but suck my nuts. Okay. I just had to kill that thing to prove a point. Do I have the... I don't think I have any. I might be able to purchase some. I don't. So there's an item in the game that allows you to fall down great distances.
Uh-huh.
Which...
Is it feather falling boots? Wait, no, that's Minecraft.
No. It's like cotton something.
Wait, well, you're back.
Yeah, I need you, actually.
Goodbye. Nice.
Nowhere easy. It's... I don't remember where we get it. Well, I guess I can't show you the worm until we get it. Because the worm requires one, so you don't die when you fall down. There's a worm hidden underneath the castle. It's over here. If you go down here... I think I would die for this. Oh! Okay. So I can show you it. There's no way in hell I'll be able to kill it. Because I do not have the strength for that. Or the weapons for that. But I can show you what it looks like because I've been talking it up for so long.
What I am picturing in my head is like one of the things from Tremors.
Close, but different face. Like, yeah, it's a giant worm. Hello.
Oh, hello.
Goodbye. If we can kill it, which I doubt that I'll be able to, it'll give us a golden seed, which would be very nice. Also, that's a really good spell, but we'll never use it, so. Not in this build.
No. We only bonk in this build.
This is gonna suck. Well, technically we're not bonking now, but that's because this is literally the best weapon in the game, and it's the best strength weapon.
Okay.
This is gonna suck. I'm just gonna run and grab those items instead. Okay? We're
Whatever.
eventually going to die. Oh dear God.
Oh.
Don't mind me. Oh, I can run past it. I didn't know that. Yeah. Yeah. That's a worm. Or that's what I like to call the worm. I don't think that's their name. I think they're something beast or something. But fuck that.
Yeah, that was
Yeah, I don't have the patience, the will, or the gear and stats to fight that thing right now. We'll come back for it when we're collecting golden seeds, but... Absolutely not. Anyways, my favorite my favorite era from history is feudal Japan, which is always cool. I mean, the history about it, it's cool. I think I did mention it, actually, because I did say that I've always loved Greece and the Roman Empire. But, I mean, we're always going to be given a bias towards that, because that's what we're taught in schools, in American schools. Like, there's a heavy emphasis on... Please, no. Just give me the items. Goodbye. There's a heavy emphasis in American education on the importance of understanding Roman and Greek culture, because it's where philosophy in the West was created, and it's kind of like the main, like, I don't know, we don't really talk about the Middle East at all.
Right.
I mean,
right.
We're like, civilization existed or started in the Middle East, and then we're like, now flash forward to the Roman Empire.
Right.
But it's because of the importance of literature, or Egypt, Roman Empire, and Greece, those three like defining eras of civilization, because it was the birthplace of literature, it was the birthplace of kind of like, I don't know, Western civilization in its entirety.
So, I mean, it's kind of, that's as far back as we have any information on that is, well, like, we can theorize what
we know about Sumerian
happened.
culture, which is the very first civilization in history. We have recovered texts from Sumerian culture. Hi.
But there's so much more information on those other cultures because they were more well preserved.
This grafting of Godrick's ill, but he's tainted the very. If you, I ask you, call the winds run. I'm certain for.
Sorry, that's Nefeli. Nefeli's gonna help us against Godrick. That's why I came over here. Other than the golden seed. Now we're kind of trapped by a troll. But continue. I'm listening.
That was it. That's all I was gonna say.
Yeah, I mean, we've tracked civilization back to the Sumerian period, which is so far ago, dude. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It's literally regarded as the first civilization in human history where, like, irrigation and... Well, I guess not irrigation. Irrigation was invented in Egypt, and so was literature.
Yeah.
And scribing. But we do have texts on stone tablets from the Sumerian period, which is like, do you know who Tiamat is?
It sounds familiar, but no.
She's like some sort of demon goddess that's like a dragon. She's like traditionally depicted as like half dragon, half woman, and she's like one of the very first deities known to man, which predates like Christianity by like 10 to 15 or 20,000 years. Mm-hmm. It's insane. Also, we don't need to go that way anyway. I don't care that I died. I just needed Nefeli. And in those texts, like, we find, like, not in the same sense that, like, the Ten Commandments are like laws to follow for civilization. Mm-hmm. We find stuff like that in Sumerian text. So, like, all of that stuff kind of predates so much of, like, world history that's taught today. We don't talk about it, and it's insane. I mean, we don't even talk about, in North America, we don't even talk about, like, the importance of certain Native American tribes to American history. We hardly, like, we go over, what is it called? Something Dynasty. Like, for Journey to the West and shit. Not like Journey to the West, that's Eastern culture. You know what I'm... Manifest Destiny. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, okay.
Manifest Destiny we hardly talk about that in like the horrors that brought. Also, this is
Yeah.
Godrick. This is the first demigod that we're gonna kill.
Thou art a true born heir.
It's really a shame the amount of history that we don't learn
Kindred,
or teach our kids.
deliver me unto
Well, that's
rights.
part of the problem is that history is written by the victor.
Yeah, so we're not really gonna know a lot.
Yeah.
It's always gonna depict. This is the spider they were talking about, by the way.
Plain as a lord.
Okay.
So, Godrick is so
Command thee.
prideful and like wanting and envious of power.
I'm the lord of all that is.
He's a descendant of America and Godwyn the Golden. The Golden being the one that was murdered ages ago. He's so obsessed with power, but he's so weak that he turned to a practice called grafting, which is taking the excess limbs from other people and... What the fuck?
So that worked out well.
I did not think he could backswing like that. I've never seen him do that. That's obnoxious. Anyways. Do I have 104? I think so. So yeah, he took part in what's called grafting. Oh, I don't have enough. Okay, that would make sense. So we'll just do 3 wolves. And with grafting, it's actually like a very disgraceful act. It's kind of like cursed in the sense that like it's very taboo.
Well, no shit. Pretty sure the most famous movie that kind of goes along that line is like
The Human Centipede.
So, which is like really fucked up.
No, keep hitting him. Okay, second phase. Yeah, and because he did that, everyone's like, this dude is fucking disgusting. So no one likes him. Literally no one likes him. But he thinks he's heir to the throne because he's Godwyn's descendant, which technically he would be, but he's not first in line for the throne. So that's kind of his mythos. He's kind of like going mad trying to gain power through grafting. Yes, he just ripped a dragon's head off.
Okay.
Yeah. So now we have this to deal with.
Sure.
My doggies.
Poor puppies.
Oh, I can't even hit him in this. Ow.
Like, I want to talk right now, but
I know.
I don't want
it's
to break.
like-
I don't want to break your concentration, and
oh, go ahead, dude. I don't mind.
like I don't want to break my own concentration either.
Yeah, you're like focused on the fight.
I'm really focused on shit. That sounded fun.
I am the Lord.
First try.
Is
Ooh.
good. And one day we'll return together to our home, bathed in rays.
Now I
of
want you to see
gold.
something absolutely hilarious. And this is why I did not kill Gostok earlier. So we got his Great Rune, which gives us a shit ton of runes, and then we get his Remembrance, which allows us to pick up his weapons and armor if he had armor. But he only has weapons. So we can either get the Dragon Hand that he got, that shoots fire as a fist weapon, or we can get his axe, and they both suck.
Cool.
So they both suck. What we're gonna do is increase endurance a shit ton so I can carry heavier armor.
What a pathetic excuse for a lord you were. Craven to the bone. Pushing me about like that. And after all that grafting, where did that get you? Look down on me, would ya? Godrick, you filthy slug. Feel it. Feel my bloody wrath.
So that's why I didn't kill him earlier. Because
Right.
this is amazing.
What are you doing? What's it to you?
I need to kill you. I'm sorry.
You wretched.
I mean, you're cool and all, but
Yeah.
you locked me in a room and tried to kill me. Thanks.
Free.
And laughed about it.
Yeah, and then you laughed at me. Fuck you. So anyways, now we can go to Liurnia. And oh my god, this opens up so many cans of worms. Ooh, this is where we would give What's-Her-Face a grape. Unless they're two different NPCs. I think they're regarded as two different NPCs. But in, like, the accepted lore, they're different. So you remember Irina? The lady that we killed that was blind that I'm supposed to feed grapes to?
Yes. Yes.
So, as we exit out of here, I'm supposed to give her, like, Godrick's eyeball or whatever the fuck. That. I'm supposed to give her that.
Okay.
And
Would she be able to see then?
no,
No.
she eats it.
She eats it.
But
Right.
there's a thing, because she's dead, so I don't know if she's going to spawn. Because, yeah, she is here. So, they're two different NPCs, but they're like the exact same character model. So, like, the theory is that they are the same person, but Irina's dead. So, I don't know. See, doesn't she look the exact same?
My name is Hidetaka.
Yes.
And I'm
Yeah.
If I might be so bold, would you donate my eyesight? When
Yes,
I
you
see
can have all the
20
Shabriri grapes you want.
Now I can. You are most kind. May the blessing.
I will easily let you be driven mad. Because I don't give a shit. Okay. Let's see. So in Liurnia, I mean, there's a lot to do. For one, we can go back and do Siofra River, which is that underground giant elevator thing with the elevator music.
Mm-hmm.
Which would give us technically a better weapon, but we can get better weapons here. And we can start increasing things here.
You're then believe it or for a
Sure.
you're a true my name presuming
Hello, Thops. I just want to see if I have anything. Okay, you don't. But there's a lot of bosses. one thing I'd like to do. Is go kill... Since we have some time in this episode, before we actually take on Liurnia, I'd like to do a little bit of loose ends in Limgrave. Which means... Guess who we get to go kill? It's our favorite invader ever.
That's a dude in the red.
Yes. The guy with the blood dagger that fucked me up in the 3rd episode? Yes.
Yeah, that one.
That guy in particular.
I mean, we've got a half an hour left. So.
Exactly. So I'm gonna go fuck him up, and I want to get past him to go talk to a certain NPC. So we have to kill him. Regardless. So let's see if we can do it now that we have some actual armor and a weapon. Can I put the thing on yet? Nope. Sag. All right. Where the fuck did you come from? Did you see him drop from the sky?
I did not. And look away for just a second, and I missed the fun things. Looks like you're very much better prepared for this.
Yes.
Isn't there he is? The bloody fiend. The end is nigh. For you. And your cessblood.
And I have a friend.
Yep.
Bitch.
You had a friend before. He just you couldn't survive long enough for him to get there.
God, that feels so good. Okay. That's all I wanted. So he's dead. Vendetta achieved.
We meet again.
Hello, Yura.
Nerius and live. You must I am Yura, tarnished, held in. You stay the part. Just remember, know your emotions. Your hearts will.
Yes, we will meet again. Oh, so many times. I love Yura. He's like my favorite NPC in this game. The hell? Okay, so there's catacombs here, and there's catacombs up where I just was. So we can do both. I don't remember what's in here, but I'm sure it'll help us fill the time. I hate imps. I forgot these guys existed.
That's cool, because I have a burrito to fill my belly.
Bro, didn't you just eat?
What do you mean?
I thought you just ate... You were just eating tacos in the last episode.
Yeah, I still have more. I still have a taco and a burrito left.
You bought a box, didn't you?
I bought a box. Yes.
I
bought a box, and I
understand
bought and I bought 2 extra soft tacos.
Sounds really good right now, actually.
I know Taco Bell needs to sponsor us.
Bro, I would be sponsored by Taco Bell. Hell yeah.
We would spend all of our sponsorship money right back into Taco Bell.
Taco Bell and Mountain Dew. That's
Yep.
all we need. What do you mean?
I mean, there's Mountain Dew at Taco Bell, so
Heck.
none of that Baja Blast. Not a fan.
What?
Not a fan.
Baja Blast is delicious.
I liked it whenever it first came out, but I don't know, my tastes have changed. Yeah, I'm that old. I can remember when Baja Blast first came out.
Sorry, I was a little bit concentrated. When did Baja Blast come out?
We're talking. I think I was in high school, maybe just fresh out of high school.
So late 90s?
So like mid 2000s, early to mid 2000s. Wikipedia is my friend.
Yes, please.
2004.
Wow. I did not think it was that old.
That is older than my son. And only about a year younger than my daughter.
That's wild, dude. I didn't think Baja Blast was that old. I feel like it came out in 2010, man.
Yeah, no.
That's crazy. Huh.
But right about that same time, I was working at Arby's for like a week.
For like a week.
Yeah, for like 2 weeks. Something like that. I hated it.
I could imagine.
Working fast food, would not recommend.
I've never worked in fast food. I've always worked, like, I wouldn't say for myself, but, like, I worked for my family as my first job.
Uh-huh.
Got real, like, big and strong that way because we owned an ornamental concrete and a metal fabrication shop.
Gotcha.
So it was, like, dealing with heavy metal, at, like, literally. And, also lifting like heavy products, like ornamental concrete statues.
Yeah.
So like moving stuff was like my forte. But when I graduated high school, I immediately like got into IT. An IT company swallowed me up and then spit me out because they're jackasses, but we're not going to talk about that. And then from there, I've always been into IT because I've always been into video games and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like a natural step for me to...
So the first job I ever had was I worked like once a week when I was like 15. Actually, no, I had a paper route.
Oh, that's neat.
I had a paper route whenever I was in middle school. And then
There's a boss door. I'm listening.
And then I worked like once a week for the bowling alley that I bowled at.
Well, that's cool.
As like data entry.
So before going into your last job, you were already kind of used to data entry, weren't you?
Oh yeah, but by far.
Hey,
And it was still boring as shit back then.
where are you, Patches?
But the best job I ever had was I was the technical title for the position was call center analyst, but truthfully, I wasn't really analyzing anything. I was just their database administrator
Yeah.
and application developer.
Gotcha. So this is Patches. He's from other Dark Souls games, but he's in this game. You could either kill him as a boss here, or you can let him live and he becomes an NPC later. And he's a merchant. So I'd rather him be a merchant and have him later in the game than kill him right
Sure.
now.
Sure.
Well, what do you know? Now, how did I took you for a demi-human or an innocent water under...
I am not a demi-human.
A true man of reason. I'm Patches. Patches the untethered.
I am
Like
Schmigglepuff,
you,
the naked.
Only for now. In exchange for honest...
Of the recently naked.
I'll be ready
Yes, of the recently naked.
Don't forget.
So I remember when Mountain Dew Code Red came out.
Dude, what?
That was 2001. 2001.
And then you were just like, I'm set for the rest of my life.
Yeah. I mean, I'm older than Diet Mountain Dew.
That's wild.
I was 4 years old whenever Diet Mountain Dew came out. And that was the first iteration of Mountain Dew.
I mean, the only thing I grew up with like everything that was good about technology and stuff. So like,
Yeah.
I didn't really have the feeling or like knowledge or stuff like, oh,
Bless you.
this brand new thing's gonna define a generation. You know what I mean? I mean, like Twitter, Facebook. I grew up with Facebook.
Glintstone.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, but the lonely storm.
I mean,
You might have had Facebook before I did, because I didn't trust Facebook to begin with.
I've had multiple Facebooks. Multiple Facebooks.
I didn't get Facebook until probably 2012.
And then yes, I definitely had a Facebook before you.
But I had MySpace before that.
Man, I was a kid on the internet, and I grew up watching Markiplier and Game Grumps, and like we
Yeah.
talked about before. So it was like, oh, YouTube would be cool. So I was like, I'm gonna record my favorite game, which was the shitty Chinese MMO RPG. And then I had my sister help me record, and it was like, this is this thing, and this is this thing, and I was stupid. I really hope that video is off the face of the internet, because I did, in fact, upload it to the internet.
Because you thought it was cool back then.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
Yeah,
it's still funny.
my son wants to start recording stuff, and I said, well, you got to talk to your mom about that, because personally, I don't give a crap.
He's a minor, right? So, like,
Yeah.
gotta have parental consent in the first place.
Right. But I'm not going to be the only parental consent, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not taking the full brunt of that wrath.
I was gonna say, you're not gonna challenge your kid's mom
No.
on his
No.
privacy.
I said,
mean-
I don't care, but you got to talk to your mom.
I mean, if we're ever big enough to where I ever have to worry about that, or like my kids are like, Dad, you're a content creator. I want to be a content creator. I'd be like, no. No, you don't. No. Trust me. I've gone through this multiple times. You do not want to do this. I mean, and obviously we haven't, like, converted to a full, like, work or, like, business yet.
Right.
So we haven't experienced half of the nightmare that full-time content creation is, but
Right. Yeah.
I can only imagine right now. Okay, we're back in Liurnia.
Because honestly, there's a lot of other things that I would love to do as far as content creation is concerned too. Like, I would love to do a podcast, whether it be about wrestling or Pokemon. I don't care.
We could always do that. Yeah. I don't know.
But it
Kind of funny.
like I am part of a podcast group for wrestling, but doesn't seem like seems like there's only 2 people that are really actually interested in doing anything,
Oh, yeah.
and the other one is camera shy. So
But okay. You heard that, guys. Go support Damien and his friends' special podcast for wrestling. Because I've seen some of their stuff. I've edited some of your stuff.
have you?
Not your podcast, but I've edited your skits and stuff. Remember?
Oh well, I mean that's different. That wasn't part of the podcast, but no, that was just some dumb shit that me and my friends do.
They're like, we can't get it to special resolution. Can you please do this? I was like, yeah, sure. Give me a second.
And then like 10 minutes later, I figured it out on my software. It really pissed me off.
Did I just skip all of those enemies? Yes, I did.
Because I wanted to do it as a short. So we wanted it in like the mobile resolution. We wanted it vertical.
Yeah.
And yeah, know how to do that now. I've made several videos like that.
Because at the time I was doing a bunch of TikToks and stuff for my personal channel.
Right, right.
Oh! I forgot this was a thing. What's up here?
Yeah, but all those videos are on my personal YouTube.
Oh, right, you give me a talisman.
I suppose I could probably upload those to the Damien YouTube channel. Or even the Fifth Side of the Ring YouTube channel, because it is wrestling related, so whatever. Ankle biter.
That's my name, don't wear it out.
I thought your name was Schmigglepuff
That's
of the Recently Naked.
Our name is Schmigglepuff of the Recently Naked. Ah!
It really
I'm on the
looked
wrong
like
side.
he just barfed fire.
He did. He poured it out of his stomach.
Oh, that might have been just a tad bit close.
Ha, bitch! See, with enemies like this, you can cheese them.
Yeah. Like once you figure out the system, it's not difficult.
Yeah, see, like, he's already staggered again.
Mm-hmm.
This is why strength builds are amazing. And he's dead.
Yeah.
I'll take the runes, though. Blessed Dew. What does that do? Does that... Yes, okay. So at some point, we're going to get an armor set that slowly increases our HP. Or like, during battle. Like, it slowly recovers it. But as of right this second, we don't have that. We'll eventually get it. That's fine. Oh, wait a minute, what? That's amazing! We just got his giant axe.
Nice.
Nice.
Is it still to scale?
No.
Damn.
There's a
That
few
would have
weapons
been
like that, yeah.
hilarious to
Yeah.
see you try and carry that shit around.
You need 1,000 strength. No. Their weapons shrink to scale.
I mean, I kind of assumed that.
I mean, it would make sense if they drop a weapon and then your character is not 12 stories tall like that freaking golem. How are you guys liking the hour-long episodes, by the way? I know Damien's struggling just a little bit. Riding the struggle bus on that one. He's
I've been doing better today.
Yeah, but that's because you slept like 15 hours.
What? Not today. Today I only got like maybe 3 or 4 hours.
That's true. Need to go that way. But I don't want to trigger the dragon yet. Kinda want to go in these ruins and see what's up.
No, we just had some interesting conversations to go along with today, so...
No. No. Yeah, I'd say so. I don't know what's down here, but I want it.
There's rats. Rats are down here.
Oh. I'm being transported, apparently.
Cool.
Why can you hit me when I'm being transported? That's unfair.
That's some Harry Potter bullshit right there.
What, the chest that transports you places? It's like their chimneys where they
Right.
go into smoke or whatever the hell. Oh, I know where this is. Yeah, we are not prepared for anything in here yet. This is Caelid. We're not going to Caelid yet. And that's because Caelid is a very dangerous area. Basically, everything can give you Scarlet Rot. And Scarlet Rot ticks away at your HP faster than poison does.
Mm-hmm.
And it's obnoxious because you can't get rid of it. So yeah. Let's go down here. Oh, I'm in combat, so I can't... How am I in combat? Well... I guess we just venture around this cave for a while until I die, and then we worry about it later.
Right?
Like now. Like right that second. I don't want to go into Liurnia until the next episode, so we're kind of just buying time just a little bit because I kind of want to do like it by sections. It just kind of helps with thumbnail creation and pacing for the game. I didn't want to be there anyway, so joke's on the game. Fuck.
Oh no.
Oh no. Okay.
Okay, there's a big dude up here. Alright.
Yeah, these things are fucking weird.
Yeah, it looked pretty weird. Looks kind of like half...
It's like a shrimp thing. They're literal parasites. That's what they are. They exist only where Scarlet Rot can be found.
Uh-huh.
And they follow the goddess Millennia, which is the goddess of Scarlet Rot.
Okay.
Which is going to be the very last battle we ever do in this playthrough, because she's the hardest fucking boss ever. Don't run away from me, bitch. So these are Crystallians, or I guess they're not Crystallians. The boss might be a Crystallian. They're basically, they have really hard skin, so they have really high defense, and only strength or strike damage, which is like hammers, axes, shit like that, can do a massive amount of damage to them. I'm pretty sure, yeah, there's a Grace down here. Can we worry about this later? Because I don't... Oh my god, I still can't teleport out. So this will be fun. I guess we're exploring Caelid a little bit right now. Or I guess just a tunnel system. But not actual Caelid. Oh, here's actual Caelid. So welcome to Ohio.
Right.
The ongoing joke in the Elden Ring community is that this is Ohio, because it's a literal hell. Can I? Oh, can I not teleport underground? Is that it?
We live in Ohio, so can confirm.
What the fuck? I'm gonna go through and murder everything in this cave until I can teleport.
So I took a video walking out of the clinic this morning. I said, so nice to come out to a beautiful Ohio day.
Yeah?
And it was all fucking gray and shit.
Yeah. I was gonna say, was the sky on fire?
Like, that's pretty normal for Ohio.
Yeah, I mean, one day it can be gray, one day it can be black, one day it can be a bright blue.
Yeah, but usually it's gray.
Yeah.
It's we're talking like people from Ohio medically we are vitamin D deficient because of the lack of sunlight that we get every year.
Well, at least we're not Alaska, where they get like 6-7 months of no sunlight or whatever.
That's only parts. Like, I'm pretty sure there's parts of Alaska that get more sunshine than we do.
Maybe. I don't know. Any Alaskans out there? That's what you would call people from Alaska, right? Alaskans?
Yeah.
Ow! Fuck!
You got killed by the shrimp. The shrimp skewered you.
Literally.
Mm-hmm.
You are one gross-looking motherfucker. That was 12,000 runes.
Needs garlic.
Needs more cocktail sauce. That's what that needs. How do you like your shrimp? You eat seafood?
Yes.
Okay. We need to go get sushi or something sometime.
I've never had sushi. I have never had sushi.
Well, let me introduce you to something great.
I've always been slightly afraid of sushi.
Why? Depends on the sushi that you get. God, you're so creepy and gross, and I hate
But again,
you.
Sushi is one of those things where you don't go and get that for the first time by yourself. You have somebody who actually knows what the hell they're talking about.
Yeah.
Take you.
We'll go get hibachi or something, and then we'll order some sushi with it. just so you can try it.
I know hibachi. I love some hibachi.
Well, that way you have you at least have food that you're comfortable with
Yeah.
and can still eat if need be. If it turns out you don't like sushi. Well,
Like the A1 Steakhouse. Have you ever done the hibachi there?
Yeah,
It's fucking great. It's so good.
it's very
And
expensive.
It is expensive, but it only if you go during peak hours. Like if you go during like during the week at like lunchtime, it's not nearly as expensive.
Good to know. Hey, so what are you doing next week?
What am I doing next week? What are you doing next week? You're gonna be gone next week.
No. So
No, it's the week after, the
start-
17th.
I didn't tell you today, but I start my new job on Monday.
Oh.
Yeah, so I will be a scummy rental property. Oh my god!
Oh!
I still got the runes. That's all that matters. I still got the runes. I picked up the runes, so they're not gone. I forgot those guys existed. Anyways, yeah. So I applied on Indeed to this place. I'm not gonna say what it's named, so people don't go
of course
looking
not.
for it or anything. But applied to this place on Indeed. They called me the next day when I was about to take a nap. Well, I was literally laying in bed, and then I was listening to music, and my music stopped, and I was like, "Oh fuck, who's calling me?" And then it was them, and I was like, "Oh shit!" So I had a quick 5-minute conversation with them, and they're like, "Yeah, you want to come in for an interview?" And I was like, "Sure. When are you free?" And they're like, "We're free today, tomorrow, the day after that." And I was like, "Tomorrow, 2 p.m." And they're like, yeah, let's do it."
Sure. Yeah,
So I
you
went in
told me
today.
that you had you told me you had an interview today.
Motherfucker, those runes are gone. God damn it. Yeah, so I had my interview today. Went in, and they're like, the dude lives 5 minutes away from me. Down the road. He's like, "Oh, you're from this area." And I was like, "Yeah?" And he's like, "I live 5 minutes from you. In the next town. Where you used to work. On the fire department." I used to be an auxiliary member for the fire department, so I would I would supply them with. My mom started their auxiliary, so I helped her all the time. We would give them water and like food and stuff when they were out on calls. And he's like, "Oh, you were on the auxiliary fire department, blah, blah, blah." And then at the end of the interview, he goes, well, for one, it was so funny because he starts asking me about gaming and stuff like that, tech, because he saw that I was an IT manager before. And he's like, "So what games do you play?" And I was like, "I played Overwatch. I used to play a lot of Rainbow Six. Right now, I'm playing It Takes Two with a buddy of mine, blah, 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 blah." He's like, "Oh, I play a lot of League of Legends."
Uh-oh.
And I was like, "Oh?" And he starts talking to me about League, and he's complaining to me about his ranked queue and his ranked experience. He's hard stuck bronze, and we talk about League of Legends for 15 minutes of my interview. It is so funny. And then at the end,
that would be me as an interviewer. It really would.
and then he's like, at the end, he's like, "You have any questions?" Blah 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 blah. And I ask him the typical stuff like, "What's your dress code?" Because like I have long hair, like as you guys can see on our new banner, which is fucking amazing, by the way. We're so hyped that we got that.
It's really nice.
I
I kind of want to commission even more of just us by ourselves too.
Yeah. I'd always be down for that stuff. I mean,
I can't afford it right now, but
yeah, exactly. But we'll work with artists later. I mean, I know a bunch of people. And anyways, he's complaining to me for 15 minutes about League of fucking Legends. And then he talks to me about the auxiliary fire department and everything, and I ask him, "Where do we go from here?" like we're in a relationship or some shit. And he goes, well, if you'd like, we'd like to have you start Monday. And I was like, really? He's like, yeah. He's like, I mean, you're a very good qualified candidate for like moving all the furniture and like all the appliances and selling stuff. You have a bunch of sales experience and everything. And like the interview went really well. And I think because I was on the auxiliary fire department where he lives and we're both gamers and like we're from the same area and stuff, that was like a huge thing for him, which was really nice. But he goes at the end of my interview, he's like, have you been to my house? And I'm like, I don't know, dude, where do you live? And he's like, oh, I live on this street. My wife used to have like seizures a lot, like 5 years ago. And I was like, oh, well, coincidentally, 6 years ago is when I stopped doing it. Because we stopped hanging around the fire department. So it was just kind of funny. It was a very, very good interview and a very funny experience. But
Sure.
yeah, they're like, yeah, we want to have you start Monday. And I was like, well, I leave in like 2 weeks to go, or like literally in a week I go. I leave for an entire week. They're like, yeah, that's fine. We can't really do anything because you had that the interview. Like, you established that way before. So you've already had plans, and it's like, we're fine with that. We'll work with you. And they want to like train me to like run the store and all sorts of stuff, because that's like what the position was. It's like running their. Can I please get out of this corner? Running their like movement truck and all sorts of stuff, and then learning the entire like sales and everything else having to do with the business. Ow. Goodbye. Ow. What the? It's the same goddamn shrimp.
I think we're done with this episode anyways.
Fuck my life. Okay. We'll catch you guys next one.